Well, good morning, our beloveds. We are trying a new prototype, so bear with us. We are learning how to human as much as you are learning how to human. We are interested in providing insight into what the next year looks and feels like, but because our another isn't certain where this is going to go, we will guide her. And we love coming through her because we do indeed love sharing our messages through her voice, though it is ours. So for the month of January, because from the traditional Chaldean calendar, we will show what can be anticipated. 1 is new beginnings. 2 is collaboration. 3 is connection. Think the chakras to a certain extent. And we will go up to 12 because now we wish for you to grow beyond the 7th chakra. We wish for you to expand into the cosmos and whatever else is out there. And it matters because your curiosity, not your thoughts and your beliefs and your instincts, but your curiosity this next year will bring about what you most desire. So let us curate a thought process that aligns with harmony and peace and boundaries and resistance. This means that when chaos erupts, you will need to learn to rely on your resiliency. When people are overstepping your energy field, when they're inviting themselves in too close, you get to say, no, thank you. This is teaching you to say, I don't feel safe right now. I wish to remove myself. And then the other parts are just simply to keep you curious and exploring. Uranus, if you so choose. Our another wonders what we say. That chuckle was hers. Uranus, she's still a 5-year-old who giggles, and we refuse to call it Uranus. So now what does this mean? We will start with January. January, like any new journey, consists of challenges. If you go on a road trip, you must choose where to go if it is your choice. You must plan. You must pack. You must pretend to be excited even if you're not. And you must go when it is time. It is your responsibility to plan ahead accordingly. And you have most certainly seen people who overplan and underplan. And have you ever noticed that those who overplan may not necessarily have a greater time than the others, but at least there is a structure and less falls through the cracks, because the implementation of the steps to get from point A to point B, having a place where you wish to land, buying food so you just have some basics at home to tie you over, and then maybe even the points of interest that you wish to explore, assuming this is a traditional trip, a vacation, a holiday. So when you overplan it, though, it is too structured and does not allow for fluidity and change, which is where curiosity comes in. But if you don't plan at all and you get there and all the hotels are booked because it is a big weekend, well, you are screwed then. So the appropriate level of planning is recommended, whatever that means. And this is not to judge anyone or to shame anyone, but just to point out that there is a healthy balance in the middle that offers maximum enjoyment with maximum flexibility and minimum planning. And some of you are not good at this, and we recognize that. So maybe tie your horse to somebody else who is good at it or better at it to help to support you. And they may very well be interested and willing to plan. Does that make sense? So find yourselves friends who are going in the same direction as you and support one another. Cheer one another on and keep your group centered and small and authentic, because not everyone has your interests at heart. So now, let's go into planning. Do not align yourself with others who gossip or talk poorly about others behind their back. If you find somebody who is authentic and shares something with you that they have already shared with the other person, that is not gossip because they have told them this directly. But then also be mindful of how those individuals speak about the other person. Is it just factual? Or is there opinion or judgment woven in? Purity of heart is going to be January's intention. As you start the new year, and as you start the new year with us, we will encourage you to curate a pure heart. And the way that you curate a pure heart is through your actions. Your actions and your inner belief systems should align. No more lying. No more withholding. You know how to share information. That is kind. Be kind and clear in what you share. Do not withhold, but also do not feel the need to respond to everything. You can just simply say, no, I'm not interested. But our goal today is to remind you that when you are with another person, that the words that you say to that other person should align perfectly with what you would say to and about the person about whom you are speaking. So if you are speaking about Mary Jo behind her back, what you are saying behind her back, would you say those exact same things if she was standing there, either a part of the conversation or overhearing it? This is our new standard. Purity of heart starts with your intention of holding yourself accountable about how you speak of and represent others. And if you cannot do this with integrity, then know that the universe will mirror that back to you in one form or another. And we, the Hopi Collective, are now moving forward. How do we train people to be kind and loving and authentic? By starting with you. If you're listening and you are interested and you are willing, begin to curate your own inner world. Find the most loving perspective that you can about everybody around you. And this will vary, of course. Hold no judgment, but do hold accountability. Somebody harmed me, therefore they are not welcome in my life. But to bitch slap them behind their back repeatedly because they harmed you, that is not of pure intention. You can speak about, this is how I felt harmed, but do not project onto them why they did it, because you don't know. At the end of the day, this is a result of trauma in one form or another, in utero or post-birth. People are a reflection of their spiritual imprint, their astrological imprint, and their lived history. They become who they become as a coping mechanism. It's that simple. So allow them to be who they are. Remove yourself from their field of influence and hold them accountable. But don't malign them behind their backs. Don't misrepresent. Don't speak poorly. It is nuance. But this is where we start in January, and this is a root chakra issue. How do we get you to feel safe in your world? To stop thinking that everybody's out to get you? They're not. Everybody is in survival mode. And the most horrible things flow back to a form of survival mode that has gone awry. The most horrible people had terrible childhoods and an inability to express their needs, and it has built out into something absolutely horrendous. Hate teaches hate, and love teaches love. So how are you going to be a representative of what we would call the Christ consciousness within the Hopi collective energetic imprint? Be mindful of what you say and curate love and understanding and compassion and boundaries. This is your task. You cannot change anybody outside of you. You can ask them, but they are sovereign. You get to choose how you would like for this world to vibrate. So be that as a representative and be mindful of how your words not only impact others, but how it impacts how others see you. Do you present as trustworthy and aligned with humanity's goal of ceasing war, of becoming love? Then be that. And when you fail and when you fall, acknowledge it and simply say, I will do better next time. Don't overanalyze. Don't obsess. Just set the intention. I will do better next time. And then find the vibration of that. This is what is up to you and nobody else. So how do we figure this out? One day at a time. And this is where we invite you into our journey. How to be mindful of the words that you state. How to be mindful of who you connect with. Like begets like. If your friends gossip and share humorous and ill-advised content about others, be mindful. Would you want them speaking about you in that manner? Because if they do it about one, they do it about others. Curate your friendships carefully, religiously, if you will, and step outside of the paradigm that there is heaven or hell. You are heaven or hell for others. How you create relationships with others, this dictates the world within which you live. So if you want a more loving world, then be more love and more loving. And so it is. Namaste.